This evening, I would like to talk to you about the meaningfulness and relevance of religious life. Many centuries ago, when people set out to start religious life, they left everything in search for God, in search for a God and God experience. Therefore, this was the core of religious life. They were God seekers, men and women who left everything in order to find God, in order to live for God, in order to let themselves be affected by this search. Another element in that, this search for God is very relevant today. In a world where there is growing materialism, where atheism is flourishing, we need men and women who sincerely, earnestly strive for God, strive to seek for God, and bear witness to the reality of God in this world. Second element that went into the making of religious life was the commitment to follow Jesus Christ. In Mark's Gospel, chapter 1, we have Jesus calling Peter and Andrew, James and John. They left everything and followed him. And this is inspiring millions of people religious today to leave everything and follow Jesus Christ. Following Christ has two aspects. One is to follow be disciples of Jesus and imitate his values. Kindness, love, gentleness, compassion, honesty, integrity. Also, he is following Jesus Christ in his mission. The central theme of Jesus' life, reality of kingdom in his life. Therefore, people commit themselves to proclaim and establish the kingdom of God in this world after the example of Jesus. Father George Suarez Prabhu systematically studied the idea of the kingdom of God in the Bible, and he came to the conclusion the kingdom of God is Jesus' vision of a new society. Therefore, the religious commit themselves to devote their lives to the establishment of this new society. I would explain this new society as a new human community. It is consciously rooted in God. It is characterized by freedom, equality, love, justice, peace and joy, and which lives in harmony and communion with nature. So there is a threefold relationship in this community. One, conscious relationship to God. All of us, because of creation, we are rooted in God, but religious consciously accept it. And that is one part of the kingdom. The second part is it lives in harmony and communion with nature. At a time when there is so much ecological crisis, this is extremely relevant. Thirdly, among themselves, they are free, equality, freedom, love, justice, and peace. In a caste-ridden society, class-ridden society, equality becomes very important. There are many means of oppressing and suppressing human beings. This freedom is important. And the world hungering for peace, the kingdom of God brings peace. And a third element in the religious life is the vows. And they are extremely relevant today. Global capitalism has placed us before a choice, God or mammon. Mammon is wealth when we put your trust in God. And power for poverty says we choose God. We trust in God. We do not trust in money, wealth. And Jesus has told us, you cannot serve God and mammon. Religious set out to serve God. Secondly, vow of chastity. In a world where there is such a glorification of sex, chastity is saying man can live a life of love, and that is a commitment to a life of radical love. There's another dimension. When there is so much violence in this world among human beings doing violence to animals and plants, etc. Chastity is a commitment to deal with human beings without hurting, without harming, gently, tenderly. And the verb of obedience is significant because of the abuse of power in a state and church. Religious commitment is to obey God, to do God's will. And that would sometimes lead to disobedience, Christian disobedience of unjust authority, unjust commands. The last thing I want to mention is this, that the community life among the religious is extremely important. In today's world, family relationships are no more so strong. The old type of village tradition, interrelationship is bad. Therefore, human beings are wondering whether sinful, selfish human beings can build communities that promote the growth and happiness of all. Now, the religious coming from diverse backgrounds, with such different talents in education, if they can live together and build communities that promote the growth and happiness of all, is a promise, is a hope for humanity. Therefore, that is good news for humanity. But honestly admit, not all religions have succeeded in living a committed life. Some of them having failures. I'm looking forward to a new generation of religious who will seek God with a relentless quest, who will be earnestly striving to be radical followers of Jesus Christ and genuine prophets of the Lord. Thank you.